Hi, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. How is everyone today?
Say we're doing pretty good
Whoa,
considering yesterday's results.
that was a big echo.
I was hoping to hear myself. Yeah, I'd say we're doing pretty good considering yesterday's Team Steam results. Great job by everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody for some great picks yesterday. On a personal level, I'm pretty hot,
Right.
but
It's one of those I wanted to be like, hey, Ramon. We backdoor covered that, but I thought it was, maybe not the right time.
well, right. I mean, I'm not saying we zeroed in and handicapped the game correctly between the Jaguars and the Chargers. I know it's going to be I already see some comments coming in on it. Hello to everyone. Welcome to the Morning Steam. Um, Talking about the game coming down to a field goal and why you know, we're considering taking why we did take Jacksonville, in the game, especially as I said, with the Chargers moving to a favorite. The type of comeback notwithstanding, I'm talking about just in general, figuring the way that I thought about the game, the Chargers being a road favorite was not an ideal situation for this team. I'm not talking about the third greatest comeback in playoff history. And I'm I'm not surprised either, Mindy. I was not comfortable at all after the first touchdown late in the first half. Talking about the clock mismanagement and all the things that the Chargers did wrong, that series alone should have signaled right there because of the way that Jacksonville was able to strike late. Granted, they got the ball back. You're not working a clock necessarily in the first half, so you can go in there with a lead. You're just playing football. But uh, it was screaming to me that the game was far from over. Um, I'm not. I can't sit here and say I'm totally surprised like the rest of the world is, uh, talking about this morning and late last night. I don't think it's a shock necessarily. I mean, what will the chart? And then I see people getting on that talk about, oh, welcome, screaming A with, oh, welcome to Los Angeles, Sean Payton. They're not going to get Sean Payton. They're more likely to get Megan Payton. Just, they're not going to hire a coach. I mean, they might not even fire this guy. Uh, just disgusting. Hello, everyone. Let's see your I got more, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I actually, I thought the Chargers were well in control. They, was really surprised that they let that one go. Actually,
okay. Maybe watch too many
Chargers games.
Well, we always say Charger's gonna Charger. So hello to Ron is here. Kevin was here as well. Blake is here. He talked about the comeback from T Law and the Jaguars. Butterscotch has recovered somewhat. Ibrahim is here today. Hey, Tommy Guyton, nice to see you here today. Pleasure to have you. Dave is here as well. Never in doubt. Joe Jiggy here today. Blake says, had it right. Dave Z also says, coach is terrible. What the hell was it? Here's Crush as well. So, no, I mean, I'm not surprised. Mike, yes. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. Good to have you, Mike. And Ron G. You know what's good. We'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com. But yeah, I'm having just I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I did not think they had it at all. I don't want to be the guy that says, "Oh, I took the Jaguars at halftime at plus 2,700 or whatever it was." And then there's the guy with. I think I know the sports books aren't making it up. I mean, the guy bet 1.4 million to win $11,000 on the Chargers money line at 27-0, says one of the major sports books. So good for that sports book pocketing 1.4 million on some clown.
1.4 million for 11,000, huh? Oh, you always hear those. Those are good.
These are great, right? I mean, yeah, I don't know, Scott. Light card, so I don't know if we can get to the record. Mindy, did you make a futures bet on Kansas City?
No, I didn't bet the futures on Kansas City. I did not.
Well, who knows, Blake? I don't know if it is true. I mean, sometimes these books they might be just like make the little ticket up itself. I wouldn't imagine they would do that, but the book itself posted the ticket. So I mean, I don't think that's a very. They don't mention the player, but I don't know if that's a very ethical thing to do. Actually, imagine that guy. We're reading his Twitter feed and he sees his bet on there. So I guess there are plenty of people who are willing to take Jacksonville. Hey, Calvin Russell's here. Nice to have you. I don't know what that means, but it could mean about the Carolina Hurricanes. So.
Oh boy. Yeah, a bad one, Ramon.
Yeah, we got a short show, so I got to sit here and steam a little bit. Hopefully, we get some people into the chat and get the show going. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com. You know who's hot, Mindy. It's Team Steam. Let me bring it up on the screen here. I mean, hopefully everyone's playing the plays, and I mean, 11-4-1 with the consensus picks yesterday. Latifah's here, even though we got. Latif, I'm sorry. I got to be blunt. I mean, I'm in a bad mood, obviously. This is the worst 3-game hockey card of the year. I mean, every game is like $3. So we'll talk about each and every game, though. Butterscotch has made it as well. Joe Hill is here.
Good morning. Lots of new folks here today. That's nice. Glad you could come hang out with us for a little bit.
Yeah, see if I can get off the, soapbox here. I mean, I haven't even said anything really. I'm just sitting here. I got up. I was pretty upset. I mean, there were some other games that I watched after that. Watched San Diego State, lose, and some other picks. We talked about the USC game. I got that one wrong, but 15-4-1, Mindy. Pretty good.
I think we'll take it.
I mean, take a look at some of them. The winners. You were here yesterday, everybody, but our numbers in the show this year pretty solid. We were up 700 units yesterday on 100 basis points, whatever you want to call it. 700 units. 1,350 units over the last 7 days. 1,800 units over the last 30 days. And the plays yesterday, pretty strong. We got one play up already. If you want to, we previewed the first 2 games of today's card on yesterday's show: Miami and Buffalo, Giants and Minnesota. Here come the winners. We had the Jazz against the Sixers. There's the Jaguars game. We took them plus 2.5. We Tampa Bay and say, how did that not go over? We won every other game.
Right.
We did go under in the Kraken game, but that's okay. I mean,
yeah, they tried to warn us about the United Center, right? That it goes over.
Yeah, We had Buffalo as an underdog, pretty solid. Did lose there with the Pacers and the Grizzlies. I also lost a premium, I think, on that one. No, I don't know what it was, but I'm just and how do we lose a 7-0 game when we went
Well,
under?
that's what I'm
I'm,
gonna say.
I'm
Like,
complaining about the four
the
losers.
Avalanche haven't scored 7 like in the last 5 games. That's who it was. Mike said it. Yeah, I warned you about the Union Center.
Yep.
Uh,
We had Montreal puck line gets it done. There's the Canucks puck line as well, as advertised. Just
right.
get that extra goal. That's all they need to do. So, just a good day. Thanks to everybody for the great picks. Pittsburgh, Carolina, way under. Oh, 2-1. That's what it was. 2-1 Hurricanes. Got it. Yeah. I remember the comment. Now it makes sense. And Clemson, pretty easy winner, Mindy, over Duke.
Yeah.
Laying the points with the Niners. Iowa State in there all the way. Exciting finish. Dallas almost came back for us. Down big to Calgary. It looks like a bad play on the surface. Dallas played a pretty bad game. And other winners there, K-State over. Just got there, but that's okay. The Heat rolls. We talked about that because of the injuries of the Bucks. We end up on the Heat, and so just a good day for Team Steam, everybody.
Keep it going, folks. Let's keep it going. So what are we, like 12 winning days out of 13? Something like that, right?
Yep, pretty good. Yeah, we don't have anything on Fridays, so more comments. Just say hello to everybody in the
Ooh,
chat.
consensus play over 7. That might be tough. We only got like 15 games today.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is a fast. It's a short show, so just trying to get over things.
Ramon. I'm sure there's been worse beats. I mean, only 2 in NFL history, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean we had the winner. I mean, what who?
Well, I'm just saying, as a Chiefs fan, maybe I shouldn't say, but I'd, rather play, I'd rather play a Jaguars team than a Chargers team, personally.
Yeah, well, look at Lawrence. Everybody praising Lawrence, but I mean, I talked about it on the show yesterday about Lawrence's woes at quarterback, and I talked about the incompletions. I talked about the interceptions, and that's exactly what happened there in the first half. And so, um, there's a lot of blame to go around today, but quite frankly, it all starts at the top. And I'm not talking about the head coach. I'm talking about an organization that doesn't have it together, and there's no future for the Chargers. Like I said, why own when you can rent? So, okay. Well,
All right.
do you got anything, Mindy? Anything rolling yet today on the site?
Yeah, I put all my plays in. Was kind of done early today because of that short, card. So I'm ready to roll. Got everything in that I think I'm going to play today, unless sounds like there was a lot of move here on the Mavericks. So maybe that's something I'll look at a little bit later. We'll see.
Tiffany 14-9, Brandon Chech 5-1, probably big volume day. Ended up in
Yes.
the green, and also, oops, what's going on here? Looks like I'm having a technical issue here. There we go. Okay. Hope that didn't screw anybody up. Tony T 4-1, Daniel 4-1, Mindy 15-11. That'll get it done. I mean, 2 ways to get there. Look at the leaderboard. Everybody's on the leaderboard but me, pretty much. Good thing I'm part of Team Steam.
Are you going to put it back up, Ramon?
I'm not.
You're not.
Oh, okay. That's what happened. Okay, there was a technical problem. It came off. That's good. Okay. Good, because I didn't want that. I think it was my browser, actually, so I'm not saying it was a technical issue with TonySpeaks.com, but there you see all the cappers yesterday with the great numbers here on the website. Great job by everybody on our site. You got 10 handicappers basically in the profit yesterday. So excellent day for everyone over at Tony's Picks. I actually, I think I would be on the board. I went 3-0 in MMA, and those are calculated later
Yeah.
into the standings. So I think might be 9-8. Whether I not great, but I mean I did sweep the board in MMA, so including the main event yesterday. So all right, I guess we can roll. Thank you, Dave.
Oh, here we go.
Latifa with Hawaii. All right.
Jeez, I guess, Blake. That was weird. Jeez. Having Kentucky beat up on Tennessee like that.
Yeah, Tennessee was flat. Certainly, I thought Tennessee was a pretty good spot. So
Me too.
all right.
All right. Here we go.
Let's get rolling here with one game we're going to preview. Or is it one?
Yeah, this one.
The Ravens and Bengals, the night game tonight, NBC. Like I said, we've already previewed the other two games on yesterday's show. You can go back to the Tony's Picks YouTube channel and get those previews, or just subscribe to our plays. Why wouldn't you? Unless you're going to come here for every single show, the way Team Steam is rolling right now. So can't wait to see what you guys have to offer for us on these games here. Let's get to it, Mindy. The Bengals, big favorite. Interestingly, the line moved after it was determined that Jackson wouldn't play, even though the writing was on the wall. So I'm not sure, why the game would move. I mean, I guess there was some rogue talk about Jackson possibly playing. We saw his tweet, basically, and then people want to, make fun of his tweet like he's making excuses. I think Lamar Jackson is the type of player that would want to play if he could.
Sure.
So, what do you got here?
Well, I think this is going to be similar to last time out. I kind of think it's going to be a little bit of a replay here. Bengals Ravens just played January 8th. Bengals won it 27-16. I think it's going to be, like I said, a lot of scoring here by this Bengals team specifically. But I'm going to go ahead and take the over. 4-1 the last 5 in Cincinnati. Over 40.5. Plus all those games went over yesterday. Goodness.
Yeah, well, I thought you said similar result because of the fact that these teams did go. What did you say? It was under, right, in that last game. So, but
well, it would be over this total right here of 40. It was 43 was the total there before, so it'd be over this one.
And this one, it was as high as 43.5. I mean, I don't know what the odds makers were thinking when they released that number. And now you see it even down to 40.5. So you're definitely getting the best price. I'm going to be with Butterscotch here. I'm taking Baltimore plus the points in this one as my free play here. I think it's more about Baltimore's defense being underrated than it is about Baltimore's ability to possibly keep up with Cincinnati in this one. They definitely on the surface have improved pretty as they've needed to because of they don't not having Jackson in there because there's a pretty big drop off. I know the numbers didn't point to it necessarily this year with Jackson, his decline this season early on. I don't know if they've necessarily surrounded him with the talent that he needs to succeed, especially at receiver, right? I mean,
who are their receivers? I don't even know.
Oh yeah,
Rob. No, I'm just saying, right? I mean, he has no one that surrounds him.
Yeah,
Mark Andrews is it.
Yeah, and his matchup isn't great today. Certainly, I mean, he's definitely a top tight end, but Sammy Watkins popping off, and he's what does he ever do anymore, right? So it's a tough matchup for Hundley. Certainly, hello to Curtis here. Blake says he feels like Burrow is going to shine. I'm concerned because I think it's going to be hard for Cincinnati to run the ball. So I think it's going to be all about Burrow. And I think that, you know, I think Baltimore can key on that somewhat. So to me, I think Jamar can have a big game, but I think Burrow will feel the heat. I think the Ravens will be able to pressure him somewhat as well. So I trust the Ravens here, and they have, unlike some teams, they have some good coaching. They can get it done even without some key personnel in the game. So walk this way here as well. Good to see him here. And Joe Jiggy, I'm not sure the passing game opens up the run game. He says for the Bengals, I would assume he means. So I think it's usually that you need the running game to get your passing game going. I think that what will happen is the Bengals will end up pretty much ready only to pass. Walk this way likes the Bengals to roll. And, look at yesterday's game, for example. Many we had the winner, but I mean, Seattle did come out and play pretty well. I think there's a huge difference between that game and like comparing it to this one because of the 49ers elite defense. There's just no other way to put it. I mean, they looked bad in the first half and were able to adjust big time. The Bengals don't have that. They don't have that defense. So Maurice says he does like the under in this game. That might be where I'm headed with this as well. I couldn't get on board with Mindy's over, even though she'll be getting the best of the line, and I will not be. But good to see Maurice here today as well. So, unless you guys got anything else in this one, hopefully it's better than a 20-point blowout. But NFL playoffs, anything can happen. And the thing is, with Huntley, right? I mean, I guess still at this moment, I don't think we've seen officially that he is necessarily in there. So, I mean, I kind of want the caveat a little bit because I think if they end up going to the third stringer, then, that feels like it's going to be maybe a bit more of a problem that I wouldn't be too satisfied. That's why I'm going with this as my free play with Baltimore here. If Mindy would have been on with me on the total, we would have went there. But I get it. I mean, especially at 40. Look at yesterday's two games. We're just at high scores, no doubt about it. I had both premium unders. So, but you knew that one. You knew I'd have under, and I was just wrong. So, all right. Thanks, you guys. Great comments. And let's move on. We're going to go to the NBA. Walks this way says, who's the wild card winning? I don't know. Maybe it could be. We'll see tomorrow when we preview the game on Monday night. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about Monday night's game.
Right. All right. Let's get some NBA.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, coming off a good day yesterday, obviously, in the NBA and everything. We're coming off a good day.
It takes two teams to get to the over, unless you're Georgia. You could get the over all by yourself in the national championship game.
So yesterday, Mindy, we had team winners with Utah. We talked about them already. So Utah, Miami Heat, good job. Let's see if we can do it again. And start with
all right, here we go.
And the Pistons. And right now, you could just tell I'm just steaming here, huh? I mean,
yeah, a little bit. I can feel it's a little tense there, Ramon.
Knicks are 7.5, 225.
So yeah, I mean, the Knicks haven't really beaten an opponent by more than 6 in their last 5 games here. I'm going to go ahead and, take the Pistons and the points. I'll like that 7.5 today. Knicks, they shoot 45% from the floor. Pistons shoot, a little bit better from 3, about 35% here as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Pistons today.
All right. Tough for me to get on board right now. Pistons are back to, not looking too swift. They have their moments covering the spread, certainly of late. Right before we came on the show, I informed you that this total was getting steamed. So, you see, thanks, Maurice. Thanks. I always forget, but I just figured they'd all come here today after, on our great winning streak that we're on. But I'm going to end up on the over in this game, despite the steam going down. I mean, I think the Knicks can end up putting up a nice number here. You see, 225 seems very reasonable. The Pistons always go over. It seems like at home they're 14-7 to the over of this season. The Knicks are 12-8-1 to the over as a favorite. So I'm going to take over as my free play. Mindy's going to take the Pistons plus the points. And that is an early game starting right there with that first football game. So, Stephen Johnson, nice to have you here, and thank you for those comments. Watching on YouTube here, but again, you can catch all of our shows on several platforms. Okay, Rockets and the Clippers. A noontime start here out west, 3 Eastern, 2 Central, 12 Pacific. And right now I'm showing the Clippers are up to 9.5. And this total, 221.5. Woo!
Gone down a little bit more, huh? Yeah, neither of these teams are, playing well here. Rockets losing last 5 in a row now, putting up 109. Clippers 1-4 in their last 5, putting up 106. I think I'm going to take the Rockets here, plus 9.5 today. Tend to be on some of these dogs with these big plus points here.
Ugly dog, certainly, no doubt. Considering right now, I mean, yeah, you mentioned it. Rockets having problems again. Paul George definitely out. I mean, that's why we've seen the move. I think as it is, especially to the total under. Also, you have 2 Houston players possibly suspended, including Jalen Green today for Houston. So. John Wall back to doubtful today. So, man, this one's a pretty tough. Total does worry me because, I mean, these 2 teams are definitely teams that are kind of trending to the under here. And, well, if I've got Kawhi in, I mean, I don't see him on the injury list. So, probably usually end up going under in those games, but I just, 221.5 does look kind of like this could be the game of the Clippers. There's Scotch, though. He is on the under. So, this one is interesting. All right, Mindy, I will go with Butterscotch, maybe against my better judgment in this one because my model's kind of high. Look, I realize the situation there with PG out in this one, but I'll try the under. It got steamed to the under, so why not come back with an under here? I mean, I am the guy who likes unders so much, but my model. I'm going with the eye test here. I'm going with the fact that the Clippers are a massive team under at home. 3-19 to the under now stands the tally. 19 of the Clippers' 22 games have gone under. I think this total totally reflects that trend because, again, it would be a higher total, obviously, with PG in there. I'm worried that the Clippers, they could be more effective offensively even without PG in there against this Houston team right now. Houston doesn't necessarily go, way over in their games. They are 12-10 to the over on the road, but you mentioned the struggles, even though you're going, with them. But again, they've covered just eight of their last 10. Mindy's on the Rockets crush. Toxic Devil, good to see you here as well. Thanks for stopping in the chat the other day on Tony's show as well. So Houston 7-14-1 to the against the spread on the road. So can't get on board with you there, Mindy, but I understand 9.5 points. Tough to pass up. Blake will tail along with the under. So Mindy's on the Rockets. I'm on the under. Warriors are up to a 4.5 point favorite here. Total 237.5.
Well, I was waiting to see what our Bulls, status was going to be here for today, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Warriors here. I'm going to take them minus the 4.5. The Warriors are 12-3 against the spread versus the Bulls here over the last 15. Warriors just seem like they're putting up lots of points here as of late. I think the Warriors will win and cover this one.
You mean, were you referring to the injury report for the Bulls, Mindy? They're when you were saying at the beginning of your introduction of the handicap?
No, I'm just saying, I'd like to hear from Curtis. They usually have a good take on the Bulls. Butterscotch has, a good take on the Bulls. Waiting to see how our chat room was gonna see this one.
All right.
There we go. See?
Yep.
There we go. Here we go.
The Warriors here. How can how can I go against you guys? Hey, Gata King is here. Nice to see Gata King as well here today. Wow. He likes Levine for 4.5 assists over, and Levine is on the injury report, by the way, but he is listed as probable, I believe, with that hand injury. DeMar DeRozan, the big injury here, questionable for the game today with that quad injury. He missed the last one. So Warriors have players out for sure today, but not any of their stars. But Iggy is out, Wiseman is out, JaMychal Green is out, Kuminga is out. So, their bench, basically. So you're going to see more time from the starters. So maybe that bodes well for these Warriors that can't cover spreads on the road. We know that, Mindy, 5-15 against the number. So probably not going to be on you with this one either. But Scott says missing DeRozan is the key for the Bulls in this one. So Angel says Warriors first half, Warriors full game, Warriors first quarter.
Warriors.
He likes the Warriors, especially the Warriors finally got a big performance. I bought into the San Antonio anniversary game, and they laid a big huge egg for me in that one. So, but here I'm going to end up, and I don't like this. The total's gone way too high for me. I mean, I thought it would come lower, and I was going to go a premium on the over in this game. So I'll just go over as my free pick here at 237.5. I really thought that it might come lower, especially if DeRozan. I mean, maybe DeRozan is going to play because of looking at that total. That's kind of more what it feels like to me, like he might play when I see that total. Because I was actually planning on going over without DeRozan, and I thought the number would come 232. So, maybe a little perplexing. Scotch says he also thinks the game will go over Chicago's poor perimeter defense and expects the Splash Brothers, I guess, to light it up. So, all right, Mindy, we're not on the same page here necessarily, but you've given out 3 sides. I've given out 3 totals, so that's pretty good. We're giving out plays at least. The Nets are at home against the Thunder, -5, and this total is up to 230. Got steamed over.
Up to 230. Okay. You got to write that down. That's a big jump from earlier. Nets here, though. I think I'm going to go with them. They're 6-1 against the spread the last 7 here on 2 days rest. We all know that we got Durant out now. Had my gong play last time out with the Nets. I'm going to give them a try again here today. Our number 1 field goal percentage, 51%. Thunder ranked 20th. I think I'll go Nets here today at home, -5.
All right, Mindy will be on the Nets, minus Kevin Durant here, laying the points to one of the best spread teams in the league, certainly on the road with the Thunder, 27-16 ATS. And for me, I'll just respect that steam there, even without KD at 230.5. Nets can click at home. Angel says OKC. Curtis says OKC. And I think you knew that was coming, Mindy. I don't think it's any surprise that
Right.
people are kind of on to the Thunder here. But Joe Jiggy says he likes the call there. Scotch is going to be on OKC as well in this one. But I'll be on the over here with these two teams, mostly OKC, right? They're the team that's really, they're playing well enough. They're also not very good defensively. They have gone over in eight out of their last 10. Brooklyn is a solid under for sure. But against OKC, I think they can be more comfortable offensively, even without KD. And I will take the over in this one with OKC and Brooklyn. All right. Well, watching that number, but we might have topped out. Kings and the Spurs here. The Kings are favored in this one by 7, and the total's up to 246.5. Are they playing the Warriors again or something? I mean, the Warriors scored like 144 points in that last game or something like that. But then again, just one caveat. I mean, that game was played in a different arena. Not that mattered. Everybody said, "Oh, the sight lines and all that," but the only people who had trouble with the sight lines were the Spurs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Kings have won their last 3 in a row now, scoring 136 over that span. Spurs have lost 4 in a row now, putting up about 117. Kings here 8-1 against the spread. Their last 9 road games. Gonna take the Kings here to go ahead and win and cover -7.
I definitely like, the Spurs in some cases, and like I said, I lost with them last time. Looks like Joe wants to go the under here. Angel says that he thinks the Spurs might actually match up here. Scott says go over with these two teams. He also says Sac, and I say Sacramento. I think as well here. I think San Antonio, Sacramento. Look, I mean, I'm not comparing Sacramento to Golden State necessarily, but you want to look at it record-wise, I guess you could. Right? So nice, Curtis. Great comment there, certainly. We got a holiday weekend here, so
yeah, big card tomorrow.
Hey, Rob Stevenson here as well.
Hey, Rob.
So maybe I kind of just sitting here staring at our number to see if we can get it. But I mean, you got to keep talking and make.
Look right now. Look,
make a show.
72.
Oh, okay. Mine's behind. See. There's Blake coming in with a comment, and I'll say, he says, "Do people bet over under or spreads more?" They bet spreads more for sure. They definitely bet spreads more than over unders. I would say, no doubt about it.
So are we doing a consensus play? Did we get our first one?
Yeah, we did. I'm going to take the Kings with you here, maybe against my better because look, the Spurs are still in cover mode and to a certain extent, despite that terrible performance. I mean, they've covered 7 of their last 10, and Sacramento they're not covering that well of late, but in general, Sacramento 11-7 against the spread on the road. So nice, Scotch. New record. And probably some new people saying, "Who's that bitter old guy?"
Right. I mean, they just happen to catch you on, probably your worst day in a long time.
I'm a Chargers. I'm a Chargers fan. I'll still admit it. So it's just affecting my, usual cheer, and I don't have any funny jokes today or other than the Chargers.
They're the only joke.
Yeah, huge joke.
Oh man.
Can't spell choke without CH, just like you can't spell Chargers. You can't spell cheap without CH either. Thanks, you guys. We hit the record, and some people say, "Thanks for all of you turning on your second devices."
Right, all at once.
Hi, Thurman. Nice to see you. Matt's celebrating. I think that's a celebrate, or it's a taco. I'm not sure.
Oh, I think it's the horn with the streamers.
Joe says Sacramento does beat up on bad teams. Hey, Nathan's here. Good to see Nathan. All right, Mindy, we'll take him. We'll take Sacramento on the road, -7 here against the Spurs. Like I said, Spurs, they do a nice job covering. And it's funny, in that blowout, we did see some of the, early on anyway. I mean, the Spurs have some interesting parts, and I think Pop is so realistic, right? When they interviewed him there, talking about let's just go out there like he knew they were going to get blown out, right? Wish I could have talked to Pop before the game.
Right.
Halftime interview, just go out there and learn, which is funny because we know the Warriors have been, a disgrace on the road necessarily. So, yeah, Johnson's a good player. So, yeah. Okay. Magic here and the Nuggets. The Nuggets are favored by 10.5. Bad graphic there. 234.5.
Yeah, I mean this Nuggets game, team as of late's been a little bit tricky for me. All of a sudden they've been just covering a ton here. But I'm going to go with the Magic. They are 9-2 against the spread the last 11, playing on the 1 day's rest. I'll take those big 10.5 points here. They're 3-1 against the spread over the last couple seasons here as well.
All right, Mindy's on the Magic here. You figure I should just tailor and we should have every play. I should just be going with Mindy so we could have more winners on the show, especially how well we've been doing. Angel's going to be with you here on the Magic. Dave's on the Magic as well. Curtis on Orlando here.
Bull.
Bull going to be knocking him down like his dad. The funny thing, Mindy, I don't know if I've talked about his dad a lot because that's my era of
Manute.
Rob probably with me here. I'll probably be on Denver, but Manute Bol, who we lost early. He died in a. Do you know how he died? He died in a taxi cab crash.
I don't recall.
Yeah, but the funny thing was, he did not go near the rim, actually. He was a shot blocker on defense, but on offense, he was ineffective inside. So what he ended up doing was working on his three-pointer. And he wasn't very good at making three-pointers. The teams that he was on when he was with the then Bullets, they weren't a very good team, but he was kind of a gimmicky player in a way. He played for several years in the league. I want to say many years, but he was from I think Sudan. I want to say he was from Africa originally, right? And he had a very thin build, very thin. No player's ever been as thin. His son does kind of look like him in a little bit, but Manute Bol was. Hey, James Tippin coming here to. Yes, I love it, James. We need that for the Chargers here, especially on a Sunday. But he would shoot the three, and he was so skinny and awkward that when he made it, it looked like a miracle that he made the 3-pointer. He probably shot like 28%. It might have even been worse, 21%. Terrible. So. He was, but it just looked so awkward the way he shot it and would make it. So I don't mind, James, with your preaching in here. I don't mind, especially because we got 70. We were adding to the viewer count. I'm not gonna. The problem for me, and I am a spiritual person. I don't know if I'm deeply religious, but they shouldn't probably have put church on Sunday. I know you can go any day, but the main day is Sunday, and I don't know if you know, but for like 4 or 5 months out of the year, pretty much as I'm booked. I'm booked on Sunday. All right, we got on the Nuggets here, Toxic Devil as well. So Mindy's going to be on. Oh, well, maybe I should make a.
You're going to Nuggets, you said, right?
No,
You.
I'm not going to go against you. You got
Okay.
the Magic. You got the Magic, but this one did get steamed to the over up to 234.5. But I'm going to take the under. I think I want to see the Magic if they're going to do anything off, enough offensively here to do that. So maybe it is. So I will go under in this one, Mindy, considering Denver plays so well defensively at home, 7-13-1 to the under this season. Meanwhile, Orlando 9-12 to the under on the road. So I'll go under in this one, and Mindy's going to be on the Madge. She's got a ton of points in her pocket today.
That's right.
That's never a bad thing. Good to see Batman here as well. Yep, he's on fire. We're on fire. We're getting my picks from Batman, by the way. Blowing up my DMs with his tickets and telling me who to pick.
Yes, same.
Mavericks and Trailblazers here. Trailblazers -6. Dame Time was in. Dame Time was in the house, huh? Yesterday, so a little back-to-back situation here for these two teams, Mindy. Interestingly, I don't like these. I'm pretty sure LeBron was behind, this change. So, but anyways, these two teams played last night, obviously, and they're going to come right back and play again tonight. So, yesterday on the show, I did take the over though as a winner, but you had the Mavs. But again, I think that that line shifted big time. Not that saying because you got that one wrong, but when we handicapped the game, it was like 1.5, and then went to Portland -5.5 when the news came out. So no problem there. We have to make the picks when we do, but.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I just think that I'm going to have to go with the Trailblazers. I mean, they just really outplayed the Mavs yesterday. I think I was kind of wrong on where I was heading with these, Mavericks, only because they had been pretty good against the spread versus the Trailblazers here in the past. I'm not sure if I, expect any sort of bounce back here today from the Mavs. I'm going to take the Trailblazers here, -6.
And a good point here. By Angel Reyes, because if Christian Wood is out, he's going to be definitely questionable for today's game. Hardaway Jr. left the game yesterday. He's questionable with an ankle injury as well. So I'll go with you in this one, Mindy. I'm going to come back and think that they can get the 2-game sweep on them. They always say it's tough to beat a team 2 times. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. It's tough to beat a team 4 times in a row. Not quite. I mean, I think that's just a talking point necessarily, but you guys are making me laugh in the chat. Rob says under in this game, and it did get steamed under. I don't know if I necessarily disagree with you there. So let's go with the Portland here, Mindy. It's a premium consensus. Give us a second play today. All right. Last up, Sixers and the Lakers. In this one, the Sixers, they're now they're a 3-point favorite, and the total is 234.
Oh, geez. I want to take the Lakers at home. Okay, I guess I will. They're 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 here. Still ranked 3rd in scoring, 76ers 13th. Lakers have the better field goal percentage and out-rebound them. And again, I'm going to take them. I like the Lakers here today. I'll take them +3.
No, probably better as a dog than as a favorite here. So let's see if we get some comments in here. Hey, Scared Bunny, thank you for joining us. Great to see you here. Obviously, we're not scared here with the show, right?
Right.
As well as we've been doing.
So does it mean that God hates the Chargers then? Like God loved or made the the Jaguars come back? Does that mean he hates the Chargers?
Yeah, I mean,
I was
There's
wondering about that.
the Thug Boy is here also. This is it's good to have him. That's why we're getting up. We got all these new viewers here with us today, and I'm sorry I'm not at my best. I'm a Chargers fan, everybody. I'm usually we have like a good 4 dozen viewers that are with us every day because we have a decent show with uh, Mindy always giving great picks, and I've got some things to say as well, but I'm just not bringing it today. Peasy says
It's
anybody
okay if you have an off day, Ramon. It's okay.
pray for anybody betting the Lakers here. And yeah, I'm probably not going to be with the Lakers in this one right now. I think Latifah said over in this game, and that's where I'm going to be headed with this one. But
yeah, I like the over.
yeah, well, to me, it should be probably a little bit. I really thought it would come to as high as 237 or so. So maybe it's on the way there. Let me see if there's been any significant steam on the game. I don't think there has been. So, but good to have all of our new chatters here on the show.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you missed the picks, you can subscribe to our picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. And why wouldn't you? We're doing pretty hot. I might be jinxing us today because of Philly not the best on the road, but we'll still take them over the Lakers. Scott says Lakers have been resting. He'll take the Lakers here in this one.
Hooray.
So, all right. And Rapper Capper says he had Portland yesterday. He'll take him to win again today. So, yeah, you'd think maybe Dallas, but again, remember how bad Dallas can be also on the road. They're a terrible spread team on the road. So I agree with that. All right, Mindy, good job here.
78. Boom. It's like you're on pins and needles waiting for more people to come in.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. I wish I was
it's awesome.
more cheery. Wish I was more cheery, and then I'd feel like it was worthy of like we were having a good show with a lot of picks too. We're not clicking on the picks necessarily. Thank you, Rob, for telling everybody. And hopefully the picks will stand up like they have been.
What's happening now? 83? This is insane.
Nice, guys. That's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I don't want to sit here and make this show about how many people are watching because realistically, it's not even a big deal. As far as like people make it, but for Mindy and I, it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've come a long way in a short 5-6 months, I think. So hitting our stride here after the first of the year. Lots of good things to come, I think.
Yeah. And the more people that watch, that's how the YouTube algorithm kind of works. And like I said, the reason why we do this show at the time that we do, I mean, for me, it's early. For Mindy, it's early too.
Yeah.
Personally. But, it's all 6 o'clock out here on the West Coast. And I get started sometimes as early as 2:30 or 3 in the morning. And, I want to be first on YouTube with the daily handicapping show. So yeah, it was basically 6 months ago. It was me, you, Latifah,
Blake with Butterscotch, I think.
Yeah.
No, Crush was in there too. Crush has been here from the beginning as well.
Thanks a lot, you guys. All right, Mindy. Yeah, a lot of early games, so we're just going to cover 3 games today. Thank you to Rob. Also, he's on Xavier in an early game. So, if you guys want to talk about early games, maybe we can. But we're kind of here making previews too. Matt will preview that game tomorrow. I did a little bit of hinting earlier on, maybe about what I could be thinking. So, Mindy, Ohio State and Rutgers college basketball was good to us yesterday. So we picked the later part of the card because, gives our previews a little bit of shelf life when we chop them up and put them on YouTube. Tough to cover the early games when you go off the air and then make videos for, hey, stuff animated here.
I
Nice
like
to
that.
have you
Yeah.
here. Maybe we could get stuff animated here to be a regular and animate a the start of an intro to our show, like I tried to do unsuccessfully and got shut down by the GM and by Tony for making a crappy intro with Mindy's face looking like one of those giant heads that you have at a at a game.
Right.
So stuff animated here. Thank you. Tony Levernessy's here as well today. So thanks, Blake. Yeah, we try to cover news as it happens too.
Right.
Okay, it looks like we've had some picks already. Butterscotch says he likes Rutgers in this game, Mindy, and I think we also had Rob Stevenson coming in already on OSU and the over. So I better let you get started.
Well, I mean, I've been watching Ohio State a lot. We've been on them quite a few times here this season, and they've not been great as of late. Pretty terrible at stopping folks here as of late. 1-2 on the road, especially 4-6 against the spread over the last 10 here. Rutgers, way different, right? At home, 10-2, 8-2 against the spread the last 10. A little bit of controversy they got to overcome from that 67-66 last minute buzzer beater by Ohio State. I think the home team's going to get them today. 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 meeting here for the home team. I'll take the Rutgers -3.
I think you knew we'd kind of start to, feel our way a little bit with the college basketball card between, especially starting with this one. I mean, I think Rutgers is probably the place to look for in this game for sure. Looks like our chat's kind of starting to agree with us too. Ohio State just 1-4 against the spread as an underdog. Rutgers 8-2 against the spread in their last 10. So I've got to think Rutgers is in a pretty good spot here in this game. I'm going to take Rutgers with you, Mindy, against Ohio State. So let's go ahead and take them. I think
Right.
Rutgers still could be undervalued. I mean, they got maybe the best defensive player, I would think, in the Big Ten, and Caleb McConnell. So Ohio State could have some problems here. That Rutgers could end up doing some scoring, though, too. All right, we got a play, a consensus play right there. Blake wants our Super Bowl pick.
That seems like a lot of pressure.
We might have time. We're almost done. Okay, Memphis and Temple here. I want to check the odds too. I didn't even check to see if there'd been any move on Ohio State game there. 3.5, 135. Just I think that's what it said. So Memphis here, 5 is up to 6 and 148.
All right, so we got Memphis is 3-7 against the spread, and 6-3 for Temple here in their last 6-3-1 for Temple in their last 10. I'm going to go ahead and take the over in this one. It's 7-0 in the Tigers' last 7 road games, 7-2 last 9 overall. Temple 5-2-1 its last 8 home games. Do the over as well. Go over 148.
All right, now we're clicking. I like the over in this one, Mindy, for sure, with Memphis and Temple. Maybe Temple can upset Memphis here, even at home, but I think I like the over a little bit better in this one, especially Memphis. They're having a great, they go over every time on the road, right? You said so. 6-0 to the over on the road. That's pretty strong, especially considering they're a favorite here against Temple. I mean, I know Memphis probably is a better team, certainly. That's why they're favored. But yeah, I think they can. I give Temple a pretty decent chance here in this game. I mean, they're the team that's covering spreads, not Memphis. So Temple 5-1-1 against the spread as an underdog. That's pretty impressive. Let's go over though, Mindy.
All right, let's do it.
Even at 148, I thought it might come as high as 150 or so, and my window does go up a little bit higher beyond that. So let's go ahead and do it and take the over in this one. What we got in the chat? And we have Rob Stevenson on the over here. Scott says going to go over in this one. So yeah, Temple kind of trends under, but at home they a little bit more scoring from them. So
Oh, we have 4 is the consensus count, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to get it.
Yeah,
We only got
yeah,
about 4 games left.
yeah. Especially with that hockey card that's kind of wonky, considering, you know, what do we say, man? Every team is like a $3 favorite, pretty much close to $3.
Right?
Not the best card. Maryland and Iowa wraps up the college basketball card today, showing Iowa down to 5.5, total 151.
Well, we were on Iowa last time. I feel like I got to take Iowa here at home. They are the 8-2 team at home, and it's one of those that Maryland here on the road 1-3 this season, 0-3 in Big Ten play against the spread. Iowa just plays that fast pace at home. Iowa also won both of these games here last season. I'm going to take Iowa here at home.
Mindy, did we win? Was I
We
on
did
it
it
with you?
overtime, recall? Do you remember that one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Get there.
Yeah, we did get it. It was Iowa.
Oh yeah,
We had to go overtime to get it.
yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like they were behind big, but they came storming back. It was kind
Right.
of like once they got going, it was just a matter of how they could get there, right? So Mike says over under seems kind of high. You know what? I don't disagree with that. I agree with what Mindy says about Iowa's pace, but Maryland does try to, they do try to slow you down a little bit. So walk this way, stand by.
Hockey's next.
Curtis is with us. I'm on it with you, Minnie. We're 3 for 3. You sure you don't want to do a bunch of more college games so we can win? But
right.
Yep. Latifah did ask about St. John's in Connecticut, but like I said, Latifah, I mean, we just kind of stick into the later games because, with that being a 9 o'clock game or a game that starts in 2 hours, doesn't necessarily give us much of a shelf life on the video. But Mindy, it's Latifah, so I'm going to need a comment from you at least or a pass.
Well, I mean, I have St. John's here with the plus 14, and I also tip a little bit to the under, but like a basket.
Okay, so the fact that the line is 13.5, you're probably not.
So like I said, I take St. John's at plus 13.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, to me, Connecticut's starting to get almost too much respect, and it's kind of like it should have passed already because they've already shown some vulnerability. But realistically, the line maybe should be single digits. I still kind of favor Connecticut myself. You said over though?
I said under. I
Oh.
tipped to the under by like a basket. So it's kind of one of those I'm I have a hard time making a pick on that one. If I was gonna, my better play on paper here is St. John's.
Okay, yeah. Looks like we wouldn't even be in agreement on either of them anyway, so we don't need to make a little video of that. Latifah, we're split. Mindy and I both side and total. We're totally opposite on that game. So Curtis says, did we take Ohio State? No, we took Rutgers. We agree. Mm-hmm. We are consensus agreement there. So Betman's got his plays for the day. Yep, butterscotch. Did we go higher than 84 actually, or is that?
That's what I've seen is 84. So because we were at 83, now we're at 84.
So Dave says maybe too many points now. Yeah, my window goes kind of as low as maybe 8. So, but St. John's, it seems like they are kind of one of those teams playing a lot better at home than they do on the road, and I do think they play into UConn's hands in this one. So, I don't know. Yeah, maybe Rob, maybe on that, but also, again, no team has, as mentioned on the show, no team ranks as high in both offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency as Connecticut. So they are still playing out of their minds. Outstanding. Great job, you guys. Awesome. Man, I wish I was in a better mood. All right. We're 3 for 3 in college basketball plays. That's great.
Did
And
you want to take a look at Xavier Marquette from Mike
someone
S. request?
did someone request that?
Yeah, Mike.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Let me go back and see. At least, oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, again, another early game, so we didn't put it on our preview necessarily. And I've got a premium actually, Mindy, in this game on the total. So I don't know what your preference is in this game. I will say it did get steamed to the under. I don't know if that gives away what I'm doing or doesn't give away what I'm doing. But what did you have? I know you have
I have Marquette on the side, getting the 3.5 points. That's where I'm at.
Okay. I agree with you. If we can just talk about it anyway, I don't know if that uh, should I make a graphic. I don't know what to do on these. That's why I kind of want to. But I like Marquette in this game with you, Mindy.
Okay.
If that means
We'll
anything, I don't.
we'll just make it a consensus play. I don't know. Do we need to do a video? I mean, we can.
Well, I mean, we're not really. We're not,
I mean, again, but it's going to start at 11 o'clock here or in an hour. So I don't think it's one of those that they'll get done. So
yeah.
we'll just
Well, again, I'll leave it
we'll
up.
just give it as a free play and a free consensus play, and
we have
put it on our sheet.
We have editors that look at the show, make a nice show, and if I see it up there, I'll start making sure we do more graphics. If it was a later game, I would do a graphic and do it on the fly like we've done. But again, we're going to get off the air here by, in the next 15 minutes or so. They've got a big workload that they do, chopping up the videos and everything. But I do agree with you, though, with Marquette. Xavier's a pretty nice cover as well, but Marquette's 5-0 as an underdog so far this season. And I do like their spread numbers certainly as well. I think they can hang here. They're playing well. So
all right. So that puts us up to 6 consensus plays.
We can include it. We can include it.
Yes. 6 consensus plays. So maybe we'll hit that over under. We might be able to find one in hockey.
Yeah.
You never know.
Rapper Capper says we sound desperate, counting each person. Well, yeah, we have not been here before.
If you think it's desperate, I think it's fun. It's awesome. It's like breaking new records. It's amazing. I don't know. Maybe it's just for us because we're doing all the work and it pays off, and so it's rewarding all at the same time.
Yeah, thanks a lot. 90, we got into the 90s even.
Yeah, 94.
That's great. So obviously, obviously right there that the algorithm is working. I don't know how it works. So Rob's going to the Xavier game.
That's awesome, Rob. That'll be fun.
And both teams playing well. It's a great game today between these two teams. So. Yeah, I don't know, I don't have a billion Instagram followers like you do, so it's pretty good. All right, gonna go to hockey now, and hopefully no one leaves us. We're almost done with the show, but even Latifah agreed, not pretty, and we do have the Canadians and the Rangers here, so. Well, we'll see if we can get consensus out of this. I imagine, I don't know if there'll be some puck lines involved, Mindy, in your handicaps today, but right now I'm showing the Rangers here. Huge favorite, obviously, $3 or so. They did get steamed within the last 15 minutes too. The Rangers did, so you might even find a little bit higher price than this at some books right now. Because they got hit at minus 300. So I'm showing most of the books are at about 300 or so. But how are you going to – I'm showing 315s out there, 320s. What do you think?
Well, I think I almost have to go to the total on this, because I maybe, tip a little bit to the Canadians on the puck line, but not really good enough for me to play it. Not a lot of comfort level there. Canadians, they have lost their last game 2-1, to the Islanders. Rangers won their last one out 2-1 against the Stars. Canadians here just 29th in goals for. So that's the only thing that kind of worries me a little bit. Under though is 3-0-1. The Canadians last 4. Going under in this one, under 6.
All right. No, I'm with you on this one. I think this one will go under. Come on, Dave says it. I mean, Shesterkin, if it is going to indeed be Shesterkin, he'll be, right now. I mean, look, the Rangers. I mean, we got a game at a 6. Yeah, maybe they're expecting the Rangers to get that, something in the 4-2 range. I get that, but the Rangers, for the most part, are pretty much under City right now, right? I mean, I don't know. If anything, the price is probably a little bit too high even for me against a Canadians team, but let's go with it. We're getting there. Yeah, Blake, we might get to that total. The consensus plays, because I want to go under. Rangers under in 7 of their last 10. Montreal a massive under on the road, 7-16 to the under on the road. So let's go ahead and go under the 6 here at -115. Is that what I put on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're going under with the Canadians and the Rangers today. And we'll see. Let me see if I can look at one of my goalie sites here and see if there's been. It's early, too early, of course. In fact, Montreal could have their, on yesterday's show we mentioned that Montembeault ended up being, locked in at goal in that game against the Islanders, and today it could be Primo could be in there today for Montreal. No confirmation yet, but now I have one site has Montembeault, I have one site says Primo, and I have one site says Jake Allen. So it looks like Montreal, not sure what they're going to do in goal, but we've got Shesterkin to pitch a shutout. How's that?
There we go.
Good point. Mike says they're going to be excited if the Giants can win. Believe, though, that those games will be going off at the same time, pretty much. The Rangers game starts an hour afterwards. So, all right. Let's take a look at the Canucks now and the Hurricanes in this one. Hurricanes are -260, total 6.5 over 20.
Well, I think I got to keep kind of taking this Canucks team that likes to lose only by 1. That's occurred in their last 3 games here. Hurricanes won their last game 2-1 over the Penguins here as well. Canucks 14-9 on the puck line on the road. I'm going to take them +1.5.
All right, Mindy will be on the Canucks here. I probably should change the goalies up. I'm starting to feel like now I got 2 of the sites coming in. Blake, we had Tennessee Tech. Yeah, you got it. We did it. I was wrong on the total, but I'm going to go ahead and change it. I think it's nothing's confirmed, but it looks like Colin Delia will be in there for the Canucks, and the Hurricanes will probably end up going with the hot young goalie, the hot young Russian, Kochetkov. So update that there. I don't know if that's a huge change from what we see, but I don't know. Kochetkov has been, I think it's Kochetkov, but he's been pretty darn good, certainly. And Carolina's got some potential in the goaltending department. But I don't know. I think the Canucks could be in a bit of trouble here, actually. I mean, I'm not going to go with you here. In fact, I'm going to end up going on the over, even at 6.5 in this game with these 2 teams, mostly because Vancouver gives it up big time on the road. They're 18-5 to the over on the road so far. Now, Carolina does, get good goaltending. Maybe they can hold them down. I'm going to go over in this one with Vancouver and Carolina. Carolina did take some steam. I'm not sure. I know I've been hitting that Vancouver money line with you a little bit, but I don't know on the back-to-back if I'm going to necessarily here. But Scotch is. We got a lot of support here. Latifa wants Vancouver. Scotch wants Vancouver. So Thank you to Rick. Thank you to Rob. One more game, and
Here we
that's
go.
going to be it for the day. And this one's going to be between the Coyotes and the Jets. In this one, Mindy, and here's another, the biggest favorite of the day. The Jets are 330, 6 over 25.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go here with the over. Jets have scored in the last 5 games here, 4 goals or more. Coyotes are ranked 25th in scoring. Over 8-2, Coyotes last 10. And the over is 4-1, the Jets last 5. Sunday games. Today, Sunday. I'll take the over.
Okay, Mindy will take the over. Coyotes and the Jets going over the 6. It's juiced to 6. It's gone up even a little bit. Let's see. Vejmilka and Riddick, and I think maybe there's been Vejmilka is our first confirmed goalie on the card. Looks like Hellebuck will end up being in there after all. So let's maybe make a little switcheroo there. And it looks like Hellebuck for the Jets today. So I'm going to take the Jets on the puck line as my play in this one. Kind of tired of trying to get there with Arizona. Feel like I've profited with them, but right now I'm not zeroed in with them. It feels like to be right now. And with the price, what is it, $1.30, $1.35 or so? Maybe even $1.25 on the puck line for the Jets. Jets are 12-8 as a puck line favorite. You know, Arizona gets it done as a puck line dog long term. So, oh, they're blocking you, Rapper Capper, huh? Well, we only block you when you get rude on us, but other than that, we like when you make picks with us. Here's Jets in the over here for Toxic Devil, so that's the way we're looking as well. I don't know if Toxic Devil just going to lay that minus 330 or if he's going puck line. Scotch says, how about the 8-game losing streak? He's got Winnipeg puck line as well. Latifa does like the over in this game with Mindy.
Yes, push on consensus. Stuck at 7.
Yep.
It's expected. It was a short card, so I think we did pretty well considering.
Yep, about that. So,
because that's about as many games as I could come up with today on the card myself. So,
thank you to everybody today for being here. And I'm sorry I'm such a bitter. I'm a bitter sports fan today. Good thing we had all those winners on TonyPicks.com yesterday, Mindy, because I was really hot. I don't throw things at the TV or anything, but I was, it was just like shaking my head. It was like shaking my head, because I was like, oh, I know this is. I just felt like this is, I felt it coming. I felt it coming at 27-7. I'm not like, I wasn't stunned necessarily. Rapper Capper wasn't stunned. Neither was I. We saw the comeback coming. We saw it coming. So, morning steam with a strong day yesterday, Mindy. There, 11-4-1, pretty good.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. So thanks to everyone. Again, go on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Click on the All Cappers tab. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. There you'll find our premium picks, including Mindy's today over at Tony's Picks. She's all locked and loaded already with her card for today. So head on over there and get those picks. I don't know why. We're going to have to tell Tony
that down to the bottom.
Yeah, that maybe if Tony's watching as well, because I think he's coming up with his college basketball show. But obviously the current packages are not coming up to the top right now. But there you see Mindy's All Sports 7-pack today, and there's her 3-pack. Usually these are at the top of the page. Mindy's Best Bet in the NHL, And also, there's our $15 play. It's in the Sunday night game tonight. So if a la carte, there's all the games that Mindy's on
There
so
they
far.
are.
Yep, those are the 7 games. 5 totals and 2 sides. And I also have plays up there today. Right now, I got a 2-sport 3-pack that involves the first 2 football games and a basketball game. Hey, welcome to our new capper. I'm just going to call him Tim at this point. I don't want no disrespect. We're glad to have another capper join the team, but Tim Irvin on the headline, Tim Irwin in the description. I'm going to say it's Irwin because I think they write I think the handicapper writes the descriptions. I write my description.
Right.
So hopefully we'll get that corrected. But welcome to Tim. Hopefully we see some picks from him today. Our newest handicapper here at Tony's Picks. And yeah, there's my packages. Again, got to scroll down here a little bit. They're not appearing at the top, but there they are. I have a Sunday 3-pack premium pass for $30. I also have that's all in college basketball, and I also have right there 2 college. They're the same 2 college games as appears in the 3-pack. So don't buy them both, folks. 2 NFL, and then one of those games, 1 college game, which appears in that 3-pack. So, all right, thanks a lot, Mindy. Great job in the chat. Awesome to set our record today for views. I feel so great about that.
Maybe we'll turn your day around, Ramon.
Well, again, I mean, the winning, as long as the winning keeps going right now, just really stoked that we're really hitting it. I mean, see, we say it every show, and then like I always joke around because you guys make fun of me because I'm a concerned handicapper. Anytime, even though I'm high volume, I'm like, oh, we've got all these favorites or whatever, and we still come through. So that's kind of like that's what I feel good about right now, especially with the show. I feel like I'm worried, and then all of a sudden we roll off another big day. Toxic Devil, the college basketball is there. We only did 3 games today because everything's kind of early. So thanks to everyone. Matt, thank you. Blake, thank you, everybody. So, all right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. 90
We did it. 94.
94. Triple digits. I've never been there before. We're going to get it next show. Well, it might be the weekend next time.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Holiday tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe.